up, everyone? Welcome to this day in Philly sports history for December 25th, 2024. I'm your host, Jim Montgomery. Welcome to a Wednesday edition of the podcast. Happy Hump Day. Also, Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah to everyone out there. I hope Santa was good to you. I wish you the best tonight on the first night of Hanukkah. Hopefully you get what you want. Philly sports does not take the holiday off, and neither do we. This is probably going to be more of an abbreviated show, but there's still a lot to get to. No games last night as the Flyers and Sixers were both off. We do have a Philly signing. They signed swing pitcher Joe Ross, who played for the Brewers last year. It looks like he's going to fill the Spencer Turnbull role, which with the way this pitching staff has been over the past couple of years, he should get some playing time both as a reliever and a starter. Still concerned that they haven't addressed anything offensively yet, but we'll see as we get closer. It does appear that Dombrowski is just like, you know what? If we can't hit, maybe we can shut them out and get lucky and win 1-0. And that seems like the off-season plan so far. So we'll see what happens. But Joe Ross signed a 1-year deal with the Phils. He's more of a swingman pitcher, they called him. So he'll get some run in the bullpen, get a couple spot starts here or there. And again, like I don't mind having too much pitching, but if your bats are going to go cold, we saw what happened with Zach Wheeler in the playoffs. So maybe if they have enough and they don't give up any runs, they're hoping maybe they can win a 1-0 game in 18 innings or something. Oh, well. Some quick housekeeping notes before we move on. Be sure to follow me on social media, Jimbo_Mott on Twitter and TikTok. On Instagram, at PhillyJimbo. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, at Jimbo_Mott. Continue to spread the word. It's a good day while you're sitting around with your family. Give us a listen. Tell them about all the fun stuff we have going on here. And just continue to help this grassroots movement continue to grow. We've been featured in the On Pattison newsletter, so go check them out. Subscribe to them. Still working on some things with the Philadelphia Sports Hall of Fame as I try to become the Philly sports history guy, so to speak. But continue to just support the podcast. I truly, truly appreciate you, especially on the holidays. All right, our 25 days of kindness. And this is our last one, as today is Christmas, but call a family member or a friend that you haven't talked to in a while. I know family shit gets complicated sometimes, and enough said. Trust me, I get it. There's a lot of that in my own family, but just it's not worth it. Life is too short. Reach out to someone you haven't talked to, and we talked about it the other day. Make amends, forgive somebody, whatever. Call them, have the conversation, and don't hold grudges because life is just way too short. So thank you for the past 25 days. Hopefully you were able to implement some of these acts of kindness, but call a family member or a friend you haven't talked to, even if there's some animosity or some differences of opinion there, but life is way, way too short. All right, Sixers in Boston today. Hopefully Joe plays. I haven't heard anything either way. He should be well rested after getting kicked out the other night after 14 minutes. And the refs were just terrible in that game. It was absolutely ridiculous. But it is what it is. So hopefully we see Joe tonight at 5 against the Celtics. Be sure to check out my boys at the Clashing Conferences podcast, anywhere you get your podcasts, as well as on YouTube. They're doing great things over there. And then you probably got some money. Maybe you got a Visa gift card. Grandma wrote you that check. Go do some shopping. Go to phillygoat.com. Check out their wide selection. Tell your family when you're sitting around and tell them I got a gift for them. 10% off if you use the promo code Jim Montgomery. But that's Philly Goat. They have coffee. They have shirts, hoodies, hats, pants, shoes. The Eagle Wing shoes are phenomenal. They got you covered. So go to phillygoat.com and use the promo code Jim Montgomery to take 10% off of your order. No real updates on the Eagles. Jalen's still in concussion protocol. I'm not sure what's going to happen. We might be seeing Kenny Pickett. I think probably more so than Jalen getting out of concussion protocol, is I want an update on Kenny Pickett's ribs. We might be seeing Tanner McKee against the Cowboys on Sunday. But from a standing standpoint, the Eagles are still in good shape. They have, I believe it's a 2-game lead with 2 games left to play on Washington. So essentially, they just need to win one of these last 2 games to win the division. And because the Rams are the next team up and we have the tiebreaker over them, assuming the Eagles win the division, they will be the 2 seed. But it's just, I don't know. Tanner McKee, I would like to see Tanner McKee get a shot. I have some friends who are Steelers fans, and they said basically what we saw on Sunday out of Kenny Pickett is what you get with him. Below average or average in a lot of areas, but somehow puts teams in positions to win. And they certainly were put in a position to win on Sunday against Washington. Just like I said, the cacophony of ridiculousness is what did the Eagles in on Sunday. So hopefully when I see you tomorrow, there'll be more of an more of an update on what's going on with the quarterback situation. There's some other injuries too. I know Jordan Davis limped off the field. Josh Sweat was a little bit banged up. So we should have a clearer sense, because I don't even know if they're practicing today or not. But hopefully we get an injury update and the news is good. Good news is the Cowboys aren't playing for anything. So, and then they're a dumpster fire anyway. So we should be able to dominate, especially since they're going to have a game plan for either Kenny Pickett or Tanner McKee, whoever it is, getting thrown in there, kind of put a monkey wrench in all of that. So more on the Eagles tomorrow after the holiday. All right, today we're going to go all the way back to 2006. And on this day in 2006, speaking of those Cowboys, the Eagles beat the Cowboys in Dallas in a Christmas Day special 23-7, thoroughly dominating the Cowboys from start to finish. Jeff Garcia was the quarterback that year for the Eagles after Donovan tore his ACL. He threw a touchdown pass to Matt Schobel. Brian Westbrook went off for 122 rushing yards. Correll Buckholder added another 38 and a touchdown as the Eagles' offense amassed 426 total yards. The defense forced 3 turnovers, sacked Tony Romo 3 times, and held the Cowboys to 201 yards total. The win clinched a playoff spot for the Eagles, setting up a win, and you win the division game against the Falcons the following week. The Eagles would win that game and win the division. But on this day, back in 2006, it was a Christmas Day special. Eagles go down to Dallas with Jeff Garcia as the quarterback, beat the brakes off the Cowboys 23-7 in a defensive gem by the Eagles. And really, because Tony Romo and Terrell Owens were on that team, and it was good to see T.O. he did score a touchdown in this game, but it was good to see T.O. get shut up, because if I remember, he was talking a lot of trash heading into this game. But the Eagles beat the Cowboys on this day 23-7 down in Dallas in a Christmas Day special. Just beat them down, and it's always good, especially on Christmas, to beat the Cowboys. All right. We'll have more on the Eagles tomorrow as we get injury updates. Not sure about Joe yet, but hopefully the Sixers can at least not be embarrassing up in Boston today. Flyers are still on break, and trust me, they need it. But this has been This Day in Philly Sports History for December 25th, 2024. My name is Jim Montgomery. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Be safe. Enjoy your time with your family. Remember, reach out to somebody you haven't talked to in a while. It's not worth it. But enjoy your time with family, and Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah to you all out there. And until next time, ho, ho, ho.